You ever actually sat and thought to yourself, do I actually know what I'm doing? What's up guys, Lanelek here and welcome back to another tutorial in the Django series. Today we're going to continue from the last tutorial, which was our blog app. We're going to make it a little bit more expansive. And we're going to obviously time it again, as we did last time, to show how quick it is to actually get started with Django. So let's just, before we start, let's have a look at what we did last time. We had an article list view that basically added all the articles in a list. And we also had a way of adding them through our admin site, which was the articles. So what we're going to do today is we're going to add a couple of front-end things, which is to be the detail view, and I'll also go into how you can utilize the edit features of Django, which you normally wouldn't do, but for the sake of being thorough, I'm going to add them in, just so you can see how that goes. So what we'll do is we'll quickly go back to our main page, and we'll boot up our code. This is where we left off last time. So let's get started with the timer and let's continue. So what we're going to do in this this first instance is we're going to make a detail. No, we're not going to do that. Article detail view. Okay, so we need to Django views.generic.detail import and our detail view. Okay, so that basically gives us the detail view straight away. And if we go into the URLs, website. Okay, so this is basically a little bit of regular expressions, which basically defines a slug field. Okay, so we're going to come back to our article list. So this is the article list. We're going to give this a link. We're going to use a reverse URL. And article detail is what we're going to call this one. So that basically says, hey Django, look in the URL patterns for something called article detail, which if we look here, the name here, article detail, refers to this. And the reason why we do this is if we ever come in and change our URLs for any reason, it doesn't actually need to then be updated in the HTML file. However, this one does take a slug. So what we need is article.slug to be in here as well. So if we now look at our actual thingy, we'll reload the page. Article detail view is not defined. We missed something there. I'd imagine it to be in use.article detail view. There we go. Okay, And we didn't close the... There you go. So when we click on here, it won't work straight away because we haven't created the template. But you can see the URL is this slug field. So what we need to do is create a new we're going to do it slightly different. We're going to show you how you can extend a template so that you can make all your sub templates a lot easier to get into. So in the templates folder, we're going to create, we're going to take this basically, create a new file. And what we're going to do is define blocks. I'm going to call this base.html, and then in our article list, I'm going to get rid of all of this, and we're going to do extends base.html. Block content. And block, and that basically becomes then our template. It's just snippets of HTML then, and it just basically plugs that snippet into this section here. So now we can delete this section. We can also define the page title. Call this one article list. Right, save that, save this, and then we're going to create a new, and call this article detail. Right, because it's a detail, we don't need the for loop because there's only going to be one there. And then we're going to rename every instance of article here. We're going to call this object. This doesn't actually need a href anymore. This article detail.html and and you see that works straight away with minimal coding, and that's only taken us 7 minutes to get a detail view. So that's the detail view. That's the, oh, I did it again. Article list. There you go. So that's the article list. And then we can go into the actual detail page. And this is obviously very, very basic stuff. One thing I do want to cover, however, is the delete view. So we want to be able to, if we're staff, delete straight from here. There's two things that we need to do in order to do that. So we'll go back into our views. We're going to do a reverse lazy from the URLs. Okay, so now we need to create a new, just basically a confirmation. Save that in log. Okay, so we need to do the URL for this one. I think it can take a delete. Okay, so in our article list, let's put it here. Is it called delete? I don't know. Let's have a look. Oh, we missed something out there. I would imagine if we're going to the URLs, we've missed a comma. Yep, as I expected. Okay, that's not worked because it's not delete. I would imagine it would be cross. Okay, let's just get bootstraps up. I think it might be remove actually. There you go. Okay. You can see, I just deleted it. There we go. So that's 14 minutes. We're going to pause, stop the clock there. Because everything else can be done via the actual admin. This was just to show you basics. And what you could do extending on top of this is basically only, because right now this will be accessible to everyone. Now because your staff is defined in the URL, in the admin file, what we can do is user is staff. That's just a conditional statement. And basically, as you can see, it's there now, but if I go to back there, as you can see, it's now disappeared because I'm logged out. There you go. Nice simple blogging app which you can use in your tutorials in the future. So we can plug this in. We'll show you in one of the other tutorials when we create an actual site. We can show how it actually works being plugged into another app. That's it for now. I'll see you in the next tutorial. What's up guys, get stuck in with the next tutorial where you'll be able to create a messenger app which allows you to send messages between users on your website, and it's going to be a fantastic tutorial, very quick and easy to do also. You'll have lots of fun. Click the annotation below to get started.